What's up guys, welcome to TricycleTV. This is Eric. While everybody is busy talking about the newly launched Google Pixel 9 and Pixel 9 Pro XL, let's do a little something different on the channel today. And I dare to say, this is probably the first hands-on with the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold, which I have right here in Obsidian Black. Well, this phone is perfect to say the least, but for one big flaw. Stay tuned and follow me to the end to know what is it. Without further ado, let's dive straight into it. To be honest, this phone feels absolutely different from the first gen, which I also kind of missed the passport size, but the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold now is slightly taller and also narrower. It feels totally usable as a normal regular phone. Let's take a closer look at the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. At the back here, you see a Google logo. Two-pill camera design here. Looks pretty sick. On the side, power button with fingerprint scanner and a volume rocker. Bottom here, there's a USB-C charging port. There's also a speaker and a mic. Speaker works both ways, and the SIM card is right in the middle. Right here, it's totally flat, and the surface is also quite big. If you were to put it on the table, it doesn't actually wobble. The hinge here, quite fingerprint magnet, stainless steel, a very sturdy hinge. Okay, when you unfold it, it turns into an 8-inch screen. Look at that. It's huge. You can do so many things with it. If I were to compare this phone with my iPhone 15 Pro Max, like the size is about the same. Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold weighs at 257 grams. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is slightly lighter, but it does not feel as heavy. You know, I think because of the slim design, if I were to compare both, it's just slightly thicker than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So this phone gets way better when you unfold it and it turns into an 8-inch mini display tablet. It now opens completely flat, as you can see here. The borders are also a lot more slimmer than before, makes it look very pleasing to the eye. It doesn't feel as bulky anymore because of the slim design right here. It's just crazy. Although the crease is still pretty much visible according to the where the light comes from, but with my experience using foldable phones, most of the time your fingers will be at the side. So highly likely you'll be able to feel the crease in the middle, unless of course when you're playing games. The hinge is also pretty solid. I like how it sounds like when you close the phone, if you can hear it. Feels so satisfying. Back to the cover display, this is an actual display of 6.3 inch. Peaks at 2700 nits, pretty bright outdoors. From the front here, definitely I think that this phone is not a symmetrical design. To the right side, it's curved shape, but on the side here, the hinge side, it's actually quite sharp. But I think this is due to the hinge design and somewhat makes the phone less symmetrical. Maybe in the next generation, they would probably consider doing something like what Samsung has done with the Fold 6, a very rectangular shape. But as of for now, it is what it is. To me, it looks pretty sick. Next, we talk about the camera bump at the back here. It's not symmetrical as well, and it's pretty huge. Will it look better with the first gen camera bump design if Google were to apply it to the second gen? Let me know in the comment section below which one do you guys prefer. For me, I dig this pill-like design from the camera section here. It looks quite modern. The camera lens, however, if you were to compare it with the Google 9 Pro XL, it's not that pro. For the Google 9 Pro Fold, it has a 48 megapixel main lens, a 10.8 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 10.5 megapixel ultra-wide lens. If you compare these lenses with the 9 Pro XL, they're definitely not as pro, but this is also at the same time categorized as a pro model. Maybe the main focus of this is not about how good photos the phone can take, but more on how productive you can be using this phone. Speaking of which, this phone comes with the latest Google Tensor G4 processor and also Android 14 right out of the box. The battery size is a 4600 milliamp battery, and according to other reviewers, it seems like it's doing a good job. Also, it has a lot of AI functions and Gemini being on board. So let's do a little conversation with the Gemini on this Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. You just press and hold the power button and it will come out. How are you doing, Gemini?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Ready to help with anything you need.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
I'm Gemini Advanced, giving you access to Gemini 1.5 Pro, Google's next generation AI model.
Let's do something a little different. Have you been to Malaysia and what do you think about this country?
As an AI, I don't have the ability to travel or form opinions. However, I'm eager to help you explore Malaysia virtually. I can provide information on its culture, history, attractions, or anything else you're curious about. Just let me know what you'd like to learn.
One last question, Gemini. Do you think you're better than Siri?
It's not about being better, but rather offering different strengths. I excel at handling complex tasks, providing in-depth information, and accessing up-to-date knowledge thanks to my large context window in connection to Google Search. Siri is tightly integrated into the Apple ecosystem, making it convenient for tasks like setting reminders, sending messages, or controlling smart home devices.
I mentioned earlier that everything is great with the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold except for one flaw, and that flaw would be its pricing. In Malaysia, you're not able to get this phone. You can only get it through resellers, and from what I've seen, they're selling it for close to about 9,000 ringgit, which is like a totally rip-off. So the next option would be to travel all the way to Singapore because it's closest to Malaysia, and get it at the airport because it's tax-free. So all in all, after conversion, the price would probably come down to be similar to a Samsung Z Fold 6. But if I were to choose between the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold and the Z Fold 6, I would probably go for this. I like the design. I like how stock Android feels on the phone. Like there's totally no bloatwares at all. And when you unfold the phone, it is so slim. It's probably as slim as the latest iPad M4. However, if I were to nitpick on what Google could have done for the phone since it's a Pro model, the charging speed, for example, it could have been at least on par with the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. This is a 21 watt versus a 37 watt on that phone. Better camera system, larger battery would be great. Basically, with this range of pricing, it would value more if the specs are really under the Pro category. So, who is this phone for? I think that the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is a very good foldable, also very competitive to other foldables in the market. I like the pure stock Google experience and the big 8-inch display, which also means that I do not have to carry an extra iPad mini, for example, when needed. And when close, you can use it like a normal regular phone because of the screen to body ratio size. And to be honest, like, it feels better than using my iPhone 15 Pro Max, but then it's also a very expensive phone to get. Unless you're into foldables and you feel like you can do more with foldables, it's a good buy. That's all for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm so stoked, making this video for you guys out there, because this is probably, again, the first hands-on and impression of the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold in Malaysia. I'll see you guys in the next one.